So you've just set up your Cricut Joy. Let's do a first project together. I'm going to walk you through everything. A really, really simple project so that you've made your first thing. You can get it out of the way and then get on with everything else. So I'm actually going to step you through the steps on Cricut Design Space of how to put this project together, and then how to cut it and apply it. So we're going to go through the whole situation so you know exactly what you're doing. So let's head now to Cricut Design Space and I'll talk you through designing our project. So we're going to keep this nice and simple. We're going to head to Images. And we're actually going to go to Highlighted Categories, Image Sets. If you're in the app, when you click Images, this will come up. Highlighted Categories will come up in the menu and then you can head to Image Sets. And when you get there, you're just going to type in Simple, Cut and Search. And then we're going to go to this one here, Simple Cut Sampler. This is an album, if you like, a collection of images. You can of course choose any image you like from the Cricut Design Space, but I thought we'd start with something nice and simple together. So have a scroll through, find one that you like the look of. I'm going to go for, I think I'm going to go for the unicorn today. Insert Images. So we've selected the one we want and then click Insert Images. And that's going to add it into our canvas. So there it is. We're going to now add a little bit of text. So click on Text, lives in the left hand side in the desktop version. If you're on the app version of Design Space, it lives in the bottom left hand corner. And I'm just going to write my name, like so. And then I'm going to change my font. So I clicked on fonts at the top here, have a little look, pick a font. I'm going to go for this one. Find one that's nice and chunky. So it's really easy to peel the pieces away, will be nice and simple for us. Once you've chosen your font, you're going to resize everything to fit your blank. I'm using a water bottle, but it's totally up to you what you'd like to use. So I've chosen a water bottle and I've got some smart vinyl ready to go. It doesn't matter what vinyl you've got, whether it's smart vinyl or vinyl on the mat, that's perfectly fine. And if you've got a mug or a notebook, whatever you've got that's blank, nice hard surface that you can pop something onto, grab it. It's all the same steps. So I'm just going to look at my water bottle and kind of work out what kind of size I would like to go for. That looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to select everything and click Attach. This is the little paper clip at the bottom, and this is going to make sure everything is stuck together where I want it. So my unicorn is stuck next to my letters. Nicely together exactly where I want them. In the app, this is under Edit in the bottom menu and then Attach. Once you've done that, you can click Make It. And you'll be given this screen which says how will you load all of your materials for this project. So you can go without mat, which is smart materials, which is what I'm going to do. On mat, so if you've got a mat and you want to pop your material onto the mat, you can do. Or if we were making a card, we could use the card mat. We're going to go without mat. And we can see our cut is here on our smart material. Click Continue, and we will connect to our Joy via Bluetooth. And now it's time to choose the vinyl that we're using. So we can browse all materials to look for the specific vinyl that we've got. I've got Smart Vinyl Permanent, so I'm going to click on that one. If you've got perhaps holographic or a shimmery one, whatever you've got, removable or permanent, click onto that and click Done. Now we can grab our smart materials and load them into the machine. So we're all ready to go. Your Cricut Joy will start flashing, telling you, I'm here, it's me, you've got to do something with next. So that's quite handy. And I'm going to go, I think, for a nice pink on this project. Again, whatever colour you fancy, totally up to you, whatever you've got. And we're just going to load this into our machine like so. Just the same as we did with our test cut, popping it under those 2 lines. If you're loading it onto the mat, you can then just pop the mat in instead. Now we're all loaded up, so we're going to click go and start cutting. So we've chosen nice simple shapes, a nice chunky font, so it's really easy for us to pop them onto our bottle. Now you can of course use transfer tape to transfer your images. I'm not going to bother about that in this tutorial. Let's just get it on there, let's do it, let's complete a project. If transfer tape is something you're after, I've got a special transfer tape video that shows you everything, how to use it, all that jazz. So definitely recommend that if you're using vinyl a lot, because it's going to move all of your pieces in one go. But we're not going to start with that. We're just going to get this project made and looking good. So there are a couple of tools that you might need now, or you might need to look for in the future. You're going to want a pair of scissors to trim off your vinyl. You're probably going to need a weeding tool. If you haven't got one right now for this project, don't worry, but if you are working with vinyl and iron-on, you are going to need one of these. It's just going to help you peel away all of the tiny bits that you don't want in a project. And the other one is a scraper tool. This helps you apply vinyl and also clean your mat, so it's a really handy tool. Again, if you haven't got one yet, don't panic, but something you probably want to look into for the future. Right, that's cut, so let's click unload. And I'm sure you won't be able to see that cut on there, it's so fine, but I promise it has cut. I'm just going to trim this away. Like so that I can use that piece another time. And this is where I'm going to go in with that weeding tool at the very edge. If you haven't got a weeding tool, just separate the 2 pieces of vinyl and the backing. So carefully peel away. So we don't need that bit. But hopefully you can see there my unicorn and my name. Now you have still got bits inside the unicorn and inside the letters, and whatever design you've picked you'll have the same. You can use your weeding tool to pick that out if you've got one. If not, don't worry for this project, because what we're actually going to do is we're just going to peel this off, each individual piece, like it's a sticker. And that will probably leave behind all of those little pieces. So we can peel those away. Nice and simple. And then just stick this onto our blank. So in my case, a bottle, but whatever you're using, go for it. So just peel it off and then carefully smooth it down into place. So there you can see my unicorn. I'm going to do exactly the same for my letters. I'm just going to peel them off like they're a sticker, keeping it simple for myself, and just putting them on one by one. Take your time here. It is your first project after all. And I'm on to my last letter. There we go. You've now made your very first project. Nice and simple. You've customised something, you've personalised something, whether it be a water bottle, whether it was a mug, a notebook, whatever you had to hand. You have now personalised your very first project using your Cricut Joy. So you're basically on your way to becoming a Cricut master. So, well done. Watch everyone come running now, because they will want a personalised bottle just like this. What I would suggest you do next is head to my Design Space section, learn all about Cricut Design Space, take a tour of that. Head to the Cricut Joy app section, learn all about the app. That's a really great place if you're finding Design Space a little bit overwhelming and you literally just want to click and go, click and make something. Head to the Cricut Joy app. It's much simpler, much easier kind of interface if you're not worried about designing your own projects completely from scratch. Head to the Cricut Joy app. If not, head to the Design Space section of this app and you'll be able to, you know, really look in depth at all the different things you can do, and you'll be designing your own projects in no time at all. Yeah, good luck!